Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another grounded update video where today we're going to be talking about patch 2.2. Also, I want to go over a couple other small changes that have happened inside of the game that kind of gone on blind, and also answer one question you guys have all been talking about: what happened to the Dragonfly Slayer? But before we jump into that, let's talk about patch 2.2. Okay, this is a very small hotfix that was released. Really sad to see this after last week them giving us 2 new items to play with in the game. Then this week they put out a very small content patch, but that's okay because this is gearing up for probably what is going to be another big release here within the next 10 to 15 days. We should get another big release from Obsidian for Grounded, so hopefully they're going to add in all of the water stuff. We're not really sure exactly what they're going to add yet because we haven't been able to get back into the dev world yet, but we are going to get back in there and we're going to see what all new things are coming to the game. But first, let's talk about this patch. Okay, so let's talk about this very small patch. It says, hello everyone, today we have released hotfix patch 2.2 for all players. This patch includes the following change. Fixed an issue introduced in 2.1 that caused some saves to fail to load for some players. They need to work on their I's and their L's there because that was hard to see, but fail to load for some players. We want to thank you all for your patience while we worked on this fix of this issue. We want you to know that we are working hard for to find fixes for the issues you've been reporting. And then they go on to tell you that you could stay up to date on their Trello board, which is a pretty good place to go check things out. I put out a video explaining on how to read the Trello board before. If you guys haven't seen that, go check that out because the Trello board is where all their issues currently are housed and what they're currently working on and how to read it and what platforms it's affecting. So I put out that video for you guys so you guys have a good insight on how to read that Trello board. The other thing you guys can keep an eye on is their timeline, because their timeline is telling you what they're working on and what could be the next closest thing that's coming as well. But there's enough about the update, because the update, like I said, is super small. It's not anything like what we're used to getting from these guys for updates. It's just one thing that was fixed this week, which I think is kind of lame, but hey, you guys, it is what it is. They're our small team at the end of the day. So let's hop over into Grounded and let's see what all has actually changed in game. Okay guys, so here we are back inside of Grounded. Okay, it's been a while since I've been inside this game. Ooh, look, that just died. But last time I was playing this game, I was showing you guys the wonderful bow build. And if you guys haven't seen that video, this bow build is pretty serious. And I would suggest all of you guys go and check that bad boy out because it can do some serious damage. But let's talk about some changes that they've implemented into the game, aka starting with this first one, the crow feathers. Now, I've put out a couple videos on this before, guys, but I wanted to tell you guys, crow feathers just kind of drop all over the place now, right? So you guys can easily get crow feathers now. That was part of one of the back-end fixes that they added. There's one piece of crow feather that I can't actually pick up that I just yeeted across the planet because I didn't have enough inventory room and I kicked it. Then we're going to attack this crow feather too, and we're going to get this one. So yeah, the crow feathers will tend to drop around here now, right by the water. That's for that laser right there. He'll tend to drop them as he's flying in, over there a little bit, underneath the picnic table, and then obviously inside of the actual bird bath. But enough about that. Let's talk about what's happening to the leaves over here. That gets me super excited because I haven't seen anybody really cover this at all yet. So if you guys remember, I used to have this beautiful little leaf that would lead me up to my base that was right here. Well, some things have changed. Yes, look at this leaf now. I want you guys to notice that as I've played this game more and more, this leaf has slowly become more green. It has gotten some holes in it, and it's like the leaf is decaying. And because I built something up here, maybe it's not replacing the leaf, I'm not sure. But let's face it, guys, let's look at this. These look like bite marks. These do not look like decay marks, which leads me to believe that we are going to get some sort of bug that's going to be eating these leaves. Now, I'm not going to say that it's not the aphids doing it, but I would like to believe that it's going to be a caterpillar of some sort that's coming and eating this, and you can actually fall through it. So that's how you know that these are actual holes. That's not just something that's happened. You can fall through it and fall right back down. So I'm going to have to figure out a better way to get up here now. But still, guys, there could be some sort of bug that's coming in the very near future, like a grasshopper, a cricket, something like that, that is eating these leaves, because I don't believe the aphid could do this much damage, nor could their mouths be a little bit bigger than this, or smaller than this, I believe. So I'll have to figure out exactly what I need to do in order to fix that. But that is one of the very small environment changes, and I've noticed this is happening to leaves all over the backyard. This isn't just a single event. This is happening all over the backyard, which could mean that we're going to get a large sum of new critters coming in that could be taking out leaves for us. We're just not sure yet because we haven't got anything about other things besides maybe a cricket. That could come in, maybe a grasshopper. I'd love to see a caterpillar of some type or anything like that, because I don't believe that the ladybugs are doing it, that you see one right down there, because they're after the aphids most of the time. You don't ever see them just sitting there attacking stuff. Other small environment changes that were made are things don't respawn as infrequently now. Yeah, see, look at, he's actually eating that aphid right there. That's disgusting. You are nasty. You are disgusting. Yes, walk away in all your disgustingness. You'll see stuff will actually respawn a little bit quicker now. They upped grass respawn rates, they upped sap and weed respawn rates a little bit. So you guys will be able to see that, and it helps out with the environment a little bit more. But it does make it a little bit more tricky for building when stuff will just end up clipping through your base anyway. Alright, so the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today, which is a question I've gotten a lot, is Sim, why aren't you using the Dragonfly Slayer anymore? You found this epic weapon, why aren't you using it? And the answer to that question is super simple. Okay, let's go in here. I'll show you guys inside of the crafting menu. When I go over to Workbench Tools, it should be right over here. Look at what they did to the damage, the stun, and the speed of this weapon. Okay, the speed is about the same, but the damage and stun are next to nothing now. Okay, I'm assuming this is because the developers found out that people like me were able to spawn in this weapon and were using it to do massive amounts of damage to other bugs in lieu when you're not supposed to, right? The Mint Mallet is supposed to be the strongest thing in the game that you're using right now, with that damage being buffed up actually some, and the stun damage being buffed up even some on the Mint Mallet. But the Dragonfly Slayer has been dwindled down to nothing, so it's almost useless. Along with the Mosquito Needle, if you were to spawn this in as well, it's next to useless now because there's nothing you can do with it. There's no damage, there's no stun. It's worse off, you're better off punching something right now than trying to use either one of these weapons in order to fight anything. That goes same for the diving knife and the bone diving knife. And the harpoon gun right now. The harpoon guns, they've gotten their skin removed because they weren't working right. So they removed the skins, turned them into swords, and took down all the stun and all of the damage away from them. So it's useless right now. None of these are going to be doing anything for you, including the bone trident, which you've all seen the bone trident before. The bone trident has also been changed to this weird looking sword now instead of an actual trident now. Now you see that the skin has actually been removed completely, because when you click on anything else, it's not even there. It just looks like the larva blade now, instead of even like the Mint Mallet. If I go here and click on there and go back, now the bone trident looks like a Mint Mallet, which tells me that the skin has been removed on it along with the Dragonfly Slayer, and all of them have been nerfed completely to get people to avoid spawning them in and avoid using them while they're doing fixes on the back end for what these weapons are actually going to do. Now guys, other than that, that's pretty much all that has been added most recently to the game. There's not really a whole lot more that we can talk about until the next big update, which should be coming in the next 10 to 15 days here, hopefully, because Obsidian hasn't made any for sure comments on when it's going to be coming, but we should be sure that it's going to be coming soon, and whatever is coming is going to be awesome, because they've already given us the bird, so the only thing they can do is give us something even cooler than giving us the big old FAU for a little while. But thank you guys all so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, please let me know by hitting that like button, subscribing today, or if you guys have any other comments that you guys have, I'd love for you guys to leave them down for me down in the comments section. That way I know what your guys' thoughts are and what you guys think of the new updates that could be coming, the hotfixes being so small, and also the overall general future of this game, because right now the sky's the limit, but it looks like they're starting to slow down on content upgrades, which obviously gives us a concern. But thank you guys all so much, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one. What are you doing over here? Get out of here. That's my stuff. Get out of here. Stupid ant. Trying to take my stuff.